Welcome to SVG-TV's news for Monday, November 10th, 2025. I'm Triska Campbell with the details. With the general elections in St. Vincent and the Grenadines set for November 27th, 2025, today, Monday, November 10th, was nomination day for candidates contesting across all 15 constituencies. Candidates for the North Central Winward constituency, including Prime Minister Dr. Gonsalves, officially filed their nomination papers at the Georgetown police station. Both the Prime Minister and his opponent, Chieftain Neptune of the New Democratic Party, called for peace and a calm as the election campaign intensifies. We hear more in this report.
Prime Minister Dr. Gonsalves, the Unity Labour Party ULP candidate for North Central Winward, submitted his nomination papers this morning to Returning Officer Maria Burke at the Georgetown Police Station. Dr. Gonsalves, who has represented the constituency since 1994, was the first to file his nomination papers at around 9:35 a.m. He was accompanied by his wife Eloise Gonsalves along with several electors and supporters. After completing the nomination process, the Prime Minister described it as a smooth and straightforward exercise.
It's a great honor to be nominated by the requisite number of registered voters in North Central Winward. This is my 11th time that I'm being nominated by the people of North Central Winward. And it's always an occasion for joy and yet solemnity. You notice how it has happened peacefully, with no confusion. It happens almost easily, and that is because the institutional arrangements are in place for us to effect competitive democracy and good governance.
This marks Dr. Gonsalves' final nomination as a parliamentary candidate, having announced earlier that he will not seek re-election after this term. The Prime Minister emphasized that he is looking forward to a peaceful and respectful campaign, rejecting any suggestions of political incitement.
I don't forget what Leacock said. Leacock said that after the polls are closed, that NDP people must come out on the streets. I said, after the results are known, Labour people must come out on the streets to celebrate and defend their victory in democracy, peacefully. Defend, not offend. I choose my words very, very carefully.
Shortly after, Chieftain Neptune, the New Democratic Party NDP candidate for the constituency, arrived with his lawyer, nominators, and a group of enthusiastic supporters. An emotional Neptune reflected on his work over the past 5 years, noting that unlike in previous elections, he has remained active in the constituency throughout the entire period. He pledged to continue giving his full effort as election day approaches.
I've been in St. Vincent throughout the 5 years, and this one is really, really emotional for me. This morning I just got up, found myself crying for no reason whatsoever. I know it's nomination day, but I was just crying, full of all sort of emotions. But more than anything else, what I'm sure about, and you could see it here today, I represent the youths of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and that's one of the reasons why I entered into politics.
Neptune also echoed the call for a peaceful election, urging all supporters to respect the democratic process.
Let's have a peaceful campaign, listen to both sides, and make an informed decision. That is what this campaign is about. There's no room for violence in St. Vincent. St. Vincent is too small. I know all my neighbors. All my neighbors know me, so why we are going to quarrel and argue and fight?
With the nomination process completed, both candidates are now officially eligible to contest the North Central Winward seat when voters go to the polls on November 27, 2025. For SVG-TV News, Larissa Pugsley-Kidd.
In South Central Winward, the constituency, New Democratic Party NDP candidate Israel Bruce filed his nomination papers at the Sanssouci Resource Center, accompanied by his supporters. Following the filing, Bruce was joined by his mother and other immediate family members. He said he was pleased with the nomination process and expressed confidence in winning the constituency.
The filing of the papers represents that first formal act in making sure that you can effect change that is positive for and on the behalf of the people of South Central Winward. So it's exciting, and as you can see, this joy is coming from the people around me. I am very confident. The last election, just remember, I had to fox down almost 600-700 votes. I brought it within the margin of 239. And we have seen attraction to the party. Right standing in this crowd are a couple people. Thank you. Are a couple people who actually voted my opponent the last election. You'd be surprised, but quite a lot of them are here today. And they're making a statement, not just by telling me that. They've come to see me nominated, having left my opponent and come to support me. So that margin of 239 is in the vicinity of imminent danger. That's how I like to put it. But guess what? It's not over until it's over.
Bruce will go up against the Unity Labour Party ULP candidate Sabota Caesar, who earlier filed his nomination papers at the same location. SVG-TV News caught up with the nominated candidates for Central Kingstown, who both said they experienced a smooth process. First-time candidate for the Unity Labour Party, ULP, Marvin Fraser, described his experience as wonderful, noting that he is enthusiastic and ready as the campaign intensifies ahead of the November 27 polls. Meanwhile, Major Sinclair Leacock, the NDP New Democratic Party candidate for Central Kingstown, thanked his constituents, whom he described as family.
It was good. It was simple, and as long as you've been prepped about everything and what you have to do, I mean, it's the first time, but it has been a wonderful experience. It was quite calm. The support has been overwhelming. The persons who are calling for a representative, that kind of call, and the fact that what they're seeing in me, that they're happy to have me as their representative. It has been a wonderful experience, as I've said, and going into it, I am very enthused and happy that I have been chosen as the person to represent Central Kingstown.
It went very smoothly. We had an experienced officer conducting this. I think it's a 4th or 5th time with me. So good chemistry. And the GP and my counsel for the day all performed their duties. My people came out in joyous acclamation of their winning candidate, and that makes me feel comfortable and happy. But I give thanks and praise for the opportunity to be of service to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's indeed a privilege, and I take this responsibility very seriously and sacredly, as I have said to my people over and over again. When they are with me this long, they have become family. So this, in the words of Michael Jackson, it's a family affair or some other thing, you know what I mean? We get into office and we do the people's work. Serve, serve, serve.
Both candidates were accompanied by supporters who were eager to share their views and encouragement for their respective representatives.
Well, I'm feeling very confident because we have a wonderful prospective representative in Marvin Mega Fraser. So I'm 100% behind him, and I'm very confident that he'll bring it home this time.
It's about time, you know, that we get some serious representation in the country and in Central Kingstown. You understand? Because I've been a part of the next party for at least 20-something years, you know, and it's like, I try to help myself now, you know, I can help now, you know, I ain't have to go and beg no more, you know, I ain't have to beg for a fish every day, you know, I've become a fisherman now, a fishman, you know, so Labour's working for me.
I am elated. It's a wonderful experience, and Marvin has a lot of support from Central Kingstown. We're working hard, he's working hard. People, they're just embracing Marvin Mega Fraser.
I would like to say, after Conrad says, Central Kingstown has been lacking representation up to this point. What is happening is the fact that since Marvin came, he's not elected yet, but he has done a lot of work in Central Kingstown, helping the elderly, helping the disabled, helping the shut-in, working with the young people to see what he can do for them. And we see this as a sign of excellent representation. And therefore, it is our intention to install him as the representative, the duly elected representative for Central Kingstown. We are hoping that our supporters would come out and give Marvin the support.
We from Central Kingstown, we're not moving from the major. We know victory is coming for the NDP, and we're going to make sure that major return in government along with the NDP. We love him very much. Don't care what they bring. They could bring Marvin, ding, 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 dang, 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 leg still. And he ain't getting back no passes. He's losing everything that's wrong here. We love Major. We stand by Major.
And I'm just happy to be here once more to support the Major. We've been through this process 4 times before. We have won the seat 3 times, which means that is 75%. This time we will win it for a 4th time and give us an 80%. We are not afraid of anyone. We are not afraid of losing, because we know in Central Kingstown we are solid as a rock with the Major. We will return him to be our MP, but more so we will return him, we will put him into Parliament as a member of Cabinet so he can deliver for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I'm just happy to be a part of the process once again.
Today we went to see our Major nominate, and I'm asking the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to come out and vote for the New Democratic Party. I know we're going to win this election sure and square. I am the PRO for Central Kingstown, and we are looking for a victory in the mighty name of Jesus.
On the ground itself, in Central Kingstown, we're feeling the energy, we're feeling the vibes, and more young people come on board now. And I see that this victory would be a magnificent victory for Central Kingstown on the behalf of the Major.
In East Kingstown, the atmosphere was energetic as ULP candidate-elect Luke Brown and his supporters marched from the constituency office in Sion Hill to the C.W. Prescott Primary School to submit his nomination papers. Similarly, Fitz Bramble, the NDP candidate for East Kingstown, and his supporters took to the streets of Kingstown in a spirited display on nomination day. Both candidates described the nomination process as smooth and orderly. Speaking with SVG-TV News, Brown thanked his supporters, expressing confidence ahead of the 2025 general elections. Bramble, meanwhile, reiterated the need for change in the governance of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Well, I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling charged up. As Kenny said in one of his songs, the power level's up. And this is as a result of the pouring of support for me and my nomination today. I'd like to thank the persons who formally nominated me to be a candidate in East Kingstown in the upcoming general elections. I want to assure them that we are going to fight hard in this campaign. We're going to fight hard to finally bring home the seat to East Kingstown. This election season had the additional feature of having some young children from the school field questions to me when I was being nominated. And the questions suggest the extent of their insight on political matters. And I'm sure that when they get to the age of being able to exercise a franchise, they will be able to make informed decisions. So a smooth process. We were over within a 15-20 minute time period, and I think all went well. Of course, I have to pay the deposit as well. I'm looking forward to a return of that deposit, and not only a return of that deposit, but also being elected to the House of Assembly in these elections.
Well, the process itself was very straightforward. You know, we prepared before, so we went in and we did what we have to do. I'm very excited because we have gotten to the point now where St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we need to go in a different direction. The people of this country recognize that, and the people are embracing the opportunity to make that change. I mean, after 25 years of Ralph Gonsalves and the Unity Labour Party, our economy, our society is at a point where you wonder if we really had any sort of good governance and effective economic management over the 25 years. All these statistics are there to show. Unemployment, poverty, crime, our level of national debt, and just social decadence generally. You know, we are at a really bad place right now. And this is time for us to make that change. This is an inflection point for our society, and our people recognize that, and I'm quite sure that they will make that right decision on November 27th and vote for the New Democratic Party to lead this country and to govern this country and to bring back a level of decency and a level of economic prosperity with which we are capable.
Constituents of East Kingstown came out in support of their respective candidates and shared their views ahead of the November 27th elections, encouraging Vincentians to go to the polls and exercise their rights to vote.
I'm feeling very confident. I'm very confident because the government has proven that they can deliver. They have been working for the persons. Yeah, they have not done everything that people think they should have done, but they are working, and I'm very pleased. I've been around a while, so I can mark them, and I'm very impressed with the progress. Okay. It's important while we go out and we go to the rallies and we celebrate. The important thing is getting out there on November the 27th to put our X next to the star and continue the progress in the country.
I want to take this opportunity to encourage the supporters of the Unity Labour Party to go out and vote, especially the young people. I don't want to see just go out on the rallies and have a good time, but I want to see you utilize the opportunity to go to the polls and put your X next to the star. The ULP and the candidate is the Honourable Luke Bong. And I want to say again that the Unity Labour Party is going to win this election and win it big.
We feel very confident knowing that Luke is now officially our candidate for East Kingstown. You know, the vibes is there. Luke has always been there for us, whether election or not, for the past 5 years. He has been there. You know, if you notice that the East Kingstown constituency office is open every day since 2020 elections to now. And we are so very confident, and we are going and we are standing firm and we are rallying with Luke this rounds and showing that we are bringing Luke home for Labour.
I am feeling elated. My head has become bigger. The brain is walking over time to make certain that NDP people come out to vote. NDP supporters come out to vote. Every single constituency, we have a responsibility to make certain that we do not sleep in our beds, but we get up and come out early and go to vote. We need, particularly in East Kingstown, to show them that we have broken the seal, and we have been there for 46 years. More than work, nearly half a century, and we're going again. We're going again.
Standing up on behalf of all the women of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we need to let this man know that we are tired of the insults, we are tired of the tyranny, we are tired of the victimization. We are fed up, and it's time for a change, and change is going to come. After Thursday, it's Friday.
To the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, God is not sleeping. God answers prayer. And I want Ralph to know, Ralph, God timing. This is God timing, not your timing. You are not no world boss. You are not my world boss. I have one boss, and that is God.
I'm supporting Mr. Fitzgerald Bramble. And we love you very much, Bramble. And we love you, we love you, we love you. Yeah,
The two candidates for the West Kingstown constituency in the 2025 general elections also successfully completed their nomination process today at the Kingstown Government School. Speaking with SVG-TV News, Unity Labour Party ULP candidate Keisal Peters said the process went smoothly. She encouraged her constituency to own their future by participating in the upcoming polls. Meanwhile, Daniel Cummins, the New Democratic Party NDP candidate for West Kingstown, said the movement for change is evident nationwide, expressing confidence in his campaign's momentum.
It went smoothly, no hiccups, so I am officially nominated to be a candidate for the Unity Labour Party for the constituency of West Kingstown. My message to the people of West Kingstown is to step forward and own your future. You have the opportunity to elect a representative who is young, gifted and true, a representative who will fight for you. So you have to step forward, own the future, because the future is now, and I am a representation of the future and the future of politics in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Smooth as usual. The other side, it took a little longer, but we patiently wait to make sure we're not obstructing anybody. And this is my 5th time being nominated, so it's fairly routine for me. But there's such a good feeling about going into government that makes this one different from the rest. Very, very, very excited. The movement for change nationwide is very evident and strong, and we are very confident that the people have had enough of rubbish and they want to see this country move forward positively. And the only choice in this election is the New Democratic Party. Out with the old and in with the very new and positive.
Supporters of both candidates were also present at the nomination center, sharing their views and encouragement ahead of the November 27th general elections.
Election, we ain't sitting down. You see Ms. Peters here? We have to take Cummins by the collar and put him to sit down. We ain't playing. This is not a government of play. This is a government who contributes very well to this nation, and we're coming out stronger than ever.
Since Rennie Batiste, that's the last time we had this seat. And the first time in a long time, we have hope, we feel it. It's not just, you feel it went past you. It's not just like that. You see persons converted. You see persons coming out who's never been out before. So we're feeling it. This lady gave us a lot of confidence to get out and do what we're supposed to do, to bring this seat home. And we're going to do just that.
My name is Tanika Anthony, representing West Kingstown, and I want to say I am proudly here, and I'm proud that Kizel had chosen me, and I'm proud to represent her, that she's a confident woman, independent, and I want y'all to come out on November the 27th and make sure vote for Labour.
Well, it's a special occasion. I mean, we have an excellent candidate. We can't question that. It's time you see some changes in West Kingstown in terms of representation, because the New Democratic Party and the Daniel Cummins have proven that even you're in opposition, you got to be able to help. I mean, if you look at the hurricane for sure, you cannot convince me that the NDP could not even fix one single house in this country. That tells you a lot. I mean, we go into a new era. This is a new time, and you have to have and represent young people. They're the future, and I think Kisel Peters is the ideal person. And I'm asking all constituents in West Kingstown, please, it's time we get a change, and I think Kisel Peters is the ideal person for the job.
Well, we are feeling very comfortable and confident in West Kingstown. I think today is a special day. Here we are on nomination day, and I think victory will come on the 27th of November. And we in West Kingstown, we have been neglected, we have been abandoned, we had many promises, many failed promises. There is no hope in the other side. And I think with the NDP victory on the 27th of November, it will bring future for the young people in West Kingstown, especially, I would say, for the fisher folks of West Kingstown too. There will be a positive under NDP government. So I'm using this opportunity here to encourage every voters in West Kingstown to encourage a member of their family to vote for Daniel Cummins and the NDP, and it all goes out to all constituency to support every NDP candidate in this election.
I'd like to encourage my fellow Vincentians to cast their vote for the New Democratic Party. You can see that we have a strong team this season. They can be mentors for our young people coming up. which we see that the morality in society have dropped tremendously over the years. Our young people doesn't have any mentor to look up to in the leadership in this country. But as you can see, the team throughout for the New Democratic Party this year is very strong. They have high morals, they are family oriented, they are professionals. And when I look at all the documents, all the information that is placed before me, it hit the hammer on the nail that we definitely need a change. So my fellow Vincentian, put away party, think about the positive future, where the future is going. Sit down, just listen to the words that are coming out of each politician's mouth, weigh the balance, line upon line, stance upon stanza, and vote.
Excitement and anticipation fill the air in Central Leeward as candidates Orlando Brewster and Conroy Huggins share their enthusiasm and confidence following nomination process. The New Democratic Party candidate NDP Conroy Huggins said he was well prepared for the day and eager to officially enter the race. He highlighted the strong support from his team and the close bond he shares with the people of Central Leeward, describing it as the driving force behind his campaign. Huggins stated that the nomination marked another step toward meaningful representation and positive change within the constituency, reaffirming his commitment to listen and to work for the people.
Yeah, well, actually, I really looked forward to it. I wasn't really nervous. Most of the candidates, when we had meetings, they said it's a nervous period for them. But for me, I feel so prepared for this moment. I feel I'm within my purpose. And I'm so prepared, I'm excited about all that, what is happening right now. My team, we were all here, was really excited. The 6 persons who signed to allow the process for my nomination, we all went in, we did what we had to do. It was just, a calm situation. The Justice of Peace, he did the signing and did the stamping and so forth. And it just went well, and then my team, they were all outside just excited. And as the caretaker for Central Winward for the NDP, I did say very early that I bring a different vibe, and my connection with the people will resonate. And a year on, we have seen that. If you probably checked the Sentinel poll, they have us essentially too close to call. I mean, that in itself is remarkable, considering 5 years ago, it was a 503 lead, and today we have an independent body saying it's too close to call. That is as a result of the level of work that we have done in Central Leeward, and my team, we are just excited to just bring it to close in the next 2 weeks. So right now for us, it's like the entire thing turn up, and in Botland Glass, they will say turnover. So for me, it's just looking forward now to the next 2 weeks.
The Unity Labour Party ULP candidate and incumbent Orlando Brewster also reflected on what he described as an excellent day, noting that a large and energetic crowd turned out to show their support. Brewster said the moment was both humbling and inspiring, as it reinforced his belief that he has become a household name within the constituency. He added that a whistle-stop tour held afterwards was an opportunity to continue spreading his message, urging voters not to take this election lightly, but to make a choice for stability and progress. Bruce emphasized that his focus remains on building a brighter future for the youth of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Today was an excellent day. Got up this morning, said my prayers as usual, and I headed to meet my constituents at the gathering point. We had a huge crowd that came out to support the nomination of Orlando Randy Brewster for this 2025 election. And after that, we are out here doing a small whistle stops, hitting the different areas, and the feedback is excellent. As I usually say, and I'm grateful for my constituents because they have made Brewster a household name across the different communities in Central Leeward. I am from the heart of Central Leeward, an area that under the previous administration was underdeveloped, and I'm still living with my people. And this, what you're seeing here today, is just a taste of what is to come come result night, when we conclude the election and the numbers, the votes are counted. But I'm excited to be here. We are in Barley and then we're heading over to Curtains, and we're going to make sure that the message gets across that this is not an election that we're going to take chances or risk. And as I moved around, if you notice, there are a lot of the children who came out and were chanting Brewster, and I always say the message is own your future. Make sure what I'm doing here is not about me or my pocket or what I can gain materially, because I have to leave it all behind. But I am working for a better future for the young people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and for the children. And the Unity Labour Party over the years, that has been our mandate, our mantra, to make sure that we uplift persons from one condition to the next level in life. And I'm excited, I'm happy. I can't wait for polling day, because listen, you see it, I know it, what is going to happen in Central Winward. Central Winward is coming home strong for the Unity Labour Party and for a sixth term.
The two candidates for the North Leeward constituency, Carlos James and Dr. Kishore Shallow, share their excitement about the day's proceedings, with both expressing confidence in securing victory at the polls. Dr. Shallow, who is contesting on the New Democratic Party NDP ticket, described the nomination process as smooth and uplifting. He emphasized that since announcing his candidacy, he has received overwhelming support from the residents across the North Leeward community. Confident in his campaign's momentum, Shallow stated that there was absolutely no doubt that the upcoming election would not be won by the NDP.
I want to thank the Electoral Office for facilitating the entire process. But of course, I want to say a big special thank you to the people of North Leeward. I mean, the support from the time my candidacy was announced up until this point has been extremely special. And you could feel not only the support but genuine love. And I could guarantee you on every single one in North Leeward and St. Vincent and the Grenadines that when elected on the 27th of November, I'll be returning that love by serving them with every single bone and blood inside of me. And I mean, credit to the Electoral Office. I think they put everything in place. They were extremely professional, extremely facilitating, and yeah, it was a very smooth process. We're going to win. It would be nice if the opposition, in this case the other candidate, loses his deposit. The Treasury will benefit, I'm sure we'll be grateful for it. But we have absolutely no doubt we are going to win this election.
Incumbent candidate Carlos James, representing the Unity Labour Party, expressed equal confidence in retaining a seat. James noted that while he is proud of the progress made in the constituency, there is still more work to be done, not only for North Leeward, but for St. Vincent and the Grenadines as a whole.
Constitutionally, we're guided by the laws of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Representation of the People Act, and constitutionally we have to lodge our nomination papers here and in our constituencies on nomination day. And we've had a smooth process. Usually I do it in a very more quiet mood. My team is on the road, they're doing a whistle stop this afternoon, but I usually come quietly because of the importance of the process, and I quietly lodge my nomination papers. We're very optimistic that this is going to be an election for the Unity Labour Party. We've had our track record to defend. There's a lot of programs and policies that we have to roll out in the next term. I'm preparing for the next term. And the people of North Leeward are behind me. And I'm grateful for their support and their continued prayers in this process. But very early, I usually get here quietly. We do our registration and then we move into some celebrations on the street after. So I'm really happy with the smooth flow of the process this morning, and all of the procedural regulations under the Representation of the People Act, they were followed, and I'm quite pleased with that. We have had tremendous support. In politics, you have to pick the right time to make your move, and I think peaking at the right time is important. The people of St. Vincent and Grenadines have seen my work, my track record is there in tourism. The people of North Leeward, they've seen the transformation, the I've laid out the plans, and they're very clear in terms of my vision for the advancement and development. And we continue to do work. We continue to work for the people. This is a working government. It's a people-centered government, and I'm confident that they're going to return Carlos James as the parliamentary representative for North Leeward, but also the Unity Labour Party for 6th term.
In other news now, a parade comprising of members of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, veterans, uniformed organizations, and representatives of religious and civic groups came together on Sunday, November 9th, 2025 to observe Remembrance Day, a solemn occasion held in honor of those who lost their lives in world wars. The parade, which took place in the capital Kingstown, concluded at the Cenotaph, where the official wreath-laying ceremony was held. Ecumenical prayers were offered by members of the clergy in remembrance of the fallen soldiers who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty.
And that God's grace will enable us this day to dedicate ourselves to the cause of justice, freedom and peace, and for the wisdom and strength to build a better world. And so on this Remembrance Sunday, we bring before God, the God of peace, our prayers for the world, for the church, and for all God's people. Heavenly Father, today we pause to remember the brave men and women who laid down their lives for freedom. May their courage never be forgotten, and may we live lives worthy of their sacrifice. Comfort the hearts of those who still mourn, and remind us that true peace is found in you. We lift up the families who carry the weight of loss this Remembrance Sunday. Give them strength, peace, and a deep awareness of your presence. Surround them with love and community, and grant them comfort that surpasses understanding. God of peace, while we honor those who fought in wars past, we also pray for a future without war. Guide world leaders, protect the innocent, and teach us to be peacemakers in our own communities, in our nations, and beyond.